Hi friends, hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing... Okay, I'm not having an amazing day. So the wind is like, literally we're having a windstorm. It's 70-mile-per-hour winds. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to make it stop, but I have to film this video because I haven't uploaded in like 5 days, consistently at least, because I've been having a really bad week. So I really don't know how to make this. Okay, it's stopping. Okay, so hi. So today, real quick, we're gonna do kind of a quicker video today, and I just kind of wanted to update you guys on my no-buy situation. So my no-buy ended last Thursday on my birthday. It was February 21st, and it was over. I just want to reflect on the no-buy a little bit and kind of tell you guys my plans going forward, things that I learned by doing the no-buy, why I won't probably do a no buy specifically again, but why I will be doing a low buy from here on out, and kind of the parameters I want to set myself for this low buy. Yeah, so let's just get right into this and start talking about this. So the first thing I want to talk about is the no buy experience itself. It wasn't that hard. I think I really set myself up to succeed in this pretty well because I got the presents for Christmas, and then I had all of those new things to kind of play with the first month. And then the second month, it kind of felt like, from January to February, it kind of felt like a lot. Like I felt the mounting pressure to like start buying things. But then I was like, well, my birthday is coming up, so I'm like good. You know what I mean? I was like, I put myself between two holidays where I knew I would be getting a lot of makeup. And so I feel like I kind of set myself up to be okay. I did realize during the no-buy that I don't mind not buying new makeup, which is something that's interesting for me. I felt like before the no-buy, my channel was very much centered around buying new makeup, and I also felt like my life was centered around buying new makeup. Like I felt like I had to constantly kind of be buying things and things like that. But I realized that my content, I actually found I was way more creative with my content I started doing the Tutorial Tuesdays where I pick a palette each week and only use that palette. This week is the Pigment Palace, the Modern Royalty palette. I have that on my eyes right now and I freaking love the palette. It's beautiful. But I started doing that. I found that I was starting to make, I don't want to say anti-consumerist content, but more content about like makeup brands. You can look through my past 2 months. Like I feel like I made more topics about just makeup in general instead of focusing on new makeup, which I think was really cool and a cool direction that I would like to continue to take my channel. I'm a very firm believer that it's okay to buy makeup. It's okay to buy a lot of makeup. It's okay to have a large collection. I have a large collection. I know a lot of people that have large collections, and I think it's okay to have that. It's okay to love beauty and want to collect beauty. But I think where the lines get blurred is there are so many new releases coming out every single day. There are enough new releases that channels can post a will I buy it video every single week. Angelica does it, and her videos are amazing, but that just shows you how many new products are being released, that somebody could make a new video every single week solely about just new makeup releases. So I think there's a fine line between having a big collection and bringing things into your collection that you want and that you think will add value and that you will love, versus just buying everything because it's there and you can. And I definitely did cross that line a couple times, especially like in Thanksgiving time. I started to kind of cross the line of just buying things for the sake of buying them and not necessarily thinking super critically about my purchases. And first of all, I'm not rich. I'm a college student. I make money off of YouTube, but and my bills are all paid for. But other than that, I'm not super loaded. So I can't really be affording to spend all of this new money on makeup all the time. So one of the main reasons that I initially went on the no buy in the first place was because I just wanted to save money. I just felt like I was wasting my money on products that didn't add any value to my life, and I just felt like that was stupid and silly. I felt like that's the reason I did it, and I have done that. In total, over the course of my no buy, I spent $28 on makeup in the past 2 months total. I bought that Inglot highlighter when I was in New York City on a whim. I was just sad, and it was pretty, and we don't have an Inglot near me. And then I also, this past month, I was with my friend at Walmart, and I saw the Wet n Wild Zodiac glosses that Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips loved, and I hadn't seen them before, and I didn't know if I would see them again. Every time I'd gone to that Walmart, they'd been sold out, so I picked up 2 of the ones that I liked, and those were $8 total. So in that time, I only bought 3 things, and it was an Inglot highlighter and the 2 glosses, and that was that was it. I feel like that's amazing. Whereas you look at a haul that I posted last November where the total of the haul for the past month was probably like $200, I think it was, or something crazy. So that was cool. That was really cool. And it's really a good feeling to know that that's how much I spent. Overall, I think the no-buy was really successful and it wasn't that difficult. I think a 2-month no-buy is very feasible for most people. I really do. I think you can do it. I think most people can do it. The only thing is I don't think I'm gonna do a full-on, or like a tree is gonna come flying through my window at any moment. I don't think I would ever do a full-on no-buy again, and there's a reason for that for me personally. I would probably do a 2-month one again if I felt the need, if I felt like my spending was getting crazy again. I would probably want to do something like this again because it really does put you in check. However, I don't like being able to pick up things when I really want to pick them up. I live a life where I don't like just restricting myself for the sake of restricting myself, because I get it to save money and stuff, but as long as you're being aware, I don't see a problem with picking up new items occasionally. I don't see the harm in that, especially since I'm gonna do this low buy and I'm gonna set kind of stricter parameters for myself. However, I didn't like that like some stuff came out and I wasn't able to buy it, that I wanted to review, or not even review, but just have. I didn't really like that. I don't think the no-buy is for me necessarily. I know a lot of people that do them. A lot of my friends are currently on no-buys. Nisa is, Georgia is, Hannah Louise Poston just got off of her no-buy. She did a year-long no-buy, which like I could never do. I probably could, but I don't want to is the thing. And I really commend them and respect them for their sort of like drive to do these things and how they have so much self-control, but I'm just not that type of person. And I also don't mind, as I said before, having a bigger collection and buying new things. I'm gonna do a low buy. I'm gonna do a year-long low buy. Well, I guess it's technically like 8 months, 7 months, because I'm starting it now. I'm gonna end it in December. I'm not gonna go all the way to like March next year. I'm gonna do the rest of the year. I'm gonna be on a low buy. I'm a little nervous about this because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. It's not even like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. It's just there's a couple of things in here where I feel like the no buy, I made it very easy on myself, putting it between my birthday and, you know, whatever. The other thing I want to say is in regards to the low buy, is it starts like soon. It doesn't start now because my no buy ended and that was kind of my birthday extravaganza. And I did buy quite a few pieces of makeup, and I also was gifted a lot of makeup, and I was also gifted a lot of gift cards for makeup. And so I'm gonna use those up before I start this low buy, just because like, why wouldn't I? Like, I really did so good on this no buy that I felt like I wanted to treat myself. My birthday haul is gonna be like in this week, actually, probably later this week. But I found actually, because for my birthday, my mom and my aunt and I, we all go on this like shopping spree. We go to this big mall near where I live and we go on this shopping spree, and I get to pick out pretty much whatever I want and they buy it for me, and then that's my birthday. And then there's usually like 1 or 2 things that online that I'll send my mom beforehand that are like online gifts that usually it's just I don't want to pay the shipping. They're like from the UK. So I send it to my mom, she'll give it to me. But so I have a couple things that I got online from her, my mom, and then mostly what I got was in store with them. And I had actually planned, I saved for this, like I had budgeted my money out of my savings to go on the shopping spree, and if it was like over the budget of what they were gonna give me, I was just gonna buy whatever I wanted for myself. I didn't have to do that. I stayed within the budget that they gave me completely. And I was walking through Sephora and I bought about 5 things, which is a lot. Like honestly, at Sephora especially, because things are so expensive there. But I found like 5 things and I bought them. I like had them, you know, they were gifted to me. And I was just kind of like, I was walking around and I was like, don't I want more? Like this is my shopping extravaganza. Like don't I want more than just these couple of things that I have in this basket? And the answer was no, I didn't. I was walking around and I was like, I mean, I could get this, but what would be, I mean, I don't need it. And that's the way my brain was working of, I was still kind of in no buy mode of like, I mean, I could get this, but like, do I really need it? Like, does it add value? And I think that's something that was really interesting about the no buy, is that when given the opportunity to go absolutely insane, believe me, I bought a lot of makeup. You're gonna see in the haul, you're gonna be like, girl, you were not holding back. I was. Like, compared to what I would have gotten last year, compared to what I like got for Christmas and what I bought myself for Christmas, this is like so much better than I ever did. Yeah, I think that was really interesting. That was an interesting kind of, I like thought about it more as I was leaving the shopping mall, and I was like, wow, I really restrained myself a lot. And I feel I didn't even have to spend any of my own money to get what I wanted. I literally had no issues. So yeah, that was interesting. It was an interesting revelation that I like went to a Sephora and had some semblance of self-control, because usually when I go in there for those shopping sprees, I just black out and buy everything. I have to preface this low buy announcement by saying that this is like my low buy. This is not your low buy. It's not your friend's low buy. My low buy is probably going to look very, very, very different from what your low buy would look like. Whether I spend way less a month, whether I spend way more a month, whatever. Understand, I have to preface this because I know people in the comments are going to be like, what? That's not a low buy. It is for me, okay? I'm trying to help myself here. As far as the low buy goes, I am going to be budgeting myself a certain amount of money a month. I can't decide if I should tell you the amount of money because I feel like you guys are still going to think that's too much. Okay, I'll just tell you. I'm gonna be budgeting $80 a month that's going to be going towards makeup. That's it, $80 a month that I could spend on makeup when I wanted. If I want something that is like more expensive than my budget of $80 a month, I am going to like have to wait until the next month transfers over. So if I want another like Pat McGrath palette, I'm gonna have to wait a month and a half in order to buy that palette with the money that I have. I can't just deduct from the new month because that's gonna get messy. I have to like wait the full month, not buy anything, and then buy something more expensive the next month. I set it at $80 because I number one feel like that is still significantly less than I was spending last year. I was probably spending about $200 a month. If I'm being honest with myself, it was probably about $200 a month on like makeup related products, hair care, skin care, all of that stuff. So that's still gonna be really good for me, I think. I think $80 is very reasonable for most people. I have to preface it too that I do make money doing YouTube, and so a lot of the products that I buy will be featured on my YouTube channel, so I'll be making that money back. So I feel comfortable doing that amount. A lot of people it's like 20 bucks, and that's totally fine because that's what you make from your job that you feel comfortable doing. I make money specifically to talk about makeup on the internet, so I'm going to use that money to buy makeup that I could talk about on the internet. So that's kind of my plan for this one. I also have decided, I talked about this a little bit and I got some really interesting feedback. I think I'm going to, after when I start this, because it doesn't count my birthday palettes because I can't do that, but for the rest of the year, once I start this low buy, I am going to be limiting myself to 6 eyeshadow palettes for the rest of the year. Again, that may seem like a lot for you guys. You guys probably might even bring in like 1 a year, but for me, that is severely limiting myself. Eyeshadow palettes are probably my favorite part of makeup. Like, I just love them. I find them so fun. It's like the most creative way you can be doing makeup, and I love them. So 6 is gonna be tough for me, but I'm gonna do it. I know already 1 is going to the new Anastasia palette that got leaked, and I'm definitely going to buy that, the very colorful one, because I think it's beautiful. So then I'll have 5 after that, basically, and that's why I made it 6, low-key. I saw that palette and I was like, maybe we'll do 6. But I'm gonna really try to stick to the 6 palettes. The other thing I think I'm gonna limit myself to is 5 highlighters. When I went through and made a video where I talked about how much I have spent on certain like groupings of my makeup collection, I talked about how highlighters and eyeshadow palettes were the 2 highest. I think together it was like $3,000. Where I spent that on just highlighters and eyeshadow palettes. So I'm limiting myself to 5 highlighters for the rest of the year. That one is going to be tough as well because I just see shiny powder and I lose it. We're gonna try though. We're gonna really, really try. And so those are basically the parameters I'm setting for myself. The other thing I decided to do that I got some really interesting feedback from you guys in the comments when I asked this question in my last no buy update. I am gonna still be accepting PR and I'm not gonna count that into any of this. The core reason for why I'm doing this no buy is to save money because I feel like my spending habits get too out of control. So I don't feel like bringing in stuff that I get in PR is going to inflict with that at all because it's free makeup. You know what I mean? I know I got a few sassy comments that people are like, wow, you're so unrelatable. You're talking about PR. I get very small amounts of PR, but the PR I do get, I'm gonna accept. Number one, it helps benefit my channel, which is why I have the budget set for myself and why I'm not doing a no buy is because I like to talk about new makeup with you guys. I feel like it falls within the reasons for why I'm doing it. A lot of you said, well, if you're doing it because you only want to bring things of value into your collection, you know, maybe don't accept the PR. But a lot of you were like, it seems like you're doing it for more financial reasons, in which case it would make sense to still accept the PR. I'm kind of doing it for both, but the biggest one, it has to be the financial thing. If I find later down the line that I'm just like not really liking getting PR from like Octoly or any other brands that may be sending me stuff. If I find that I'm not loving that, I'll cut that off and we'll, you know, I'll talk to you guys about it. I think I'm gonna do like monthly updates, probably try to do once a month, where I talk about how much I've spent, if I've been meeting my goals. The other thing I want to do is track everything. I found a really good program online that talked about if you write down, this video is all over the place, I'm so sorry, but I'm just like talking to you guys. If you write down like everything you spend in a week, you can kind of see where you, like maybe you spend like $80 on Starbucks a week like me, and you're like, hey, that's not good. So you can kind of see where you're tracking yourself. So I want to do that with makeup instead and just simply write down. I bought a little notebook. It's really cute. And write down every single purchase that I make so that every month I can sit down with you guys and give you guys a total of if I stayed in my budget, if I didn't, why I maybe didn't stay in my budget, what might have happened that made me kind of break down and not do it. I think overall, I'm not expecting perfection from myself with this whole low buy situation. I know there's going to be some months where I probably end up spending more than I'm supposed to, or I bought an extra highlighter at the end of the year that I wasn't supposed to. I know that's probably going to happen, but I kind of hope that you guys will be willing to be along for the ride, along with sticking with it and also messing up with it, because this is kind of a learning process for me. I'm at this weird age now. I just turned 24 and I'm at this weird age where a lot of really adulty things are happening to me. And I realized one of my goals for this year is to be better with money management. And even if that means not being perfect, I want to be better because that's one of the adulty things that I like am so bad at. Like I'm just so bad at managing money. I've been better recently the past couple of months because of this no buy. So I want to keep that kind of momentum going and be better at saving money, not spending as much, not spending as much on stupid stuff like frivolous things. So that's kind of what I want to do this year. And I know there's going to be ups and downs with it, and I hope you guys aren't expecting perfection because I'm not. But yeah, I hope you guys are willing to like be along for the ride with me and hang out with me while I do this whole no buy thing. Low buy, not no buy. Oh my god. I'm gonna link some channels down below that I think have been making really great low buy / no buy content. I think they're really great. Hannah-Lee's posted his first, she's an icon. Like I worship her. Go check her out. She's amazing. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys are excited. I am so sorry if you don't care about like me not posting on a consistent schedule. You can just click out now. But I have to address that the past week and a half to 2 weeks I've been very bad at posting consistently. I've not been sticking to my schedule. I know you guys don't really care. I know most of you guys are very much like take time for yourself and like all that. But I have been having just like a really, it's just been like everything's going wrong. I've been just having like a really crappy couple weeks. And so I'm really going to try to post a lot this week because I just want to get back on the grind. It's not YouTube related. The reason that I'm not uploading is not because I'm like sick of YouTube or upset with YouTube. It's stuff outside of my personal life that's going on. I don't want you guys to think I'm like getting burnt out from YouTube. I just don't have time to film and edit and upload right now. And I've just not been able to. It's nothing to do with YouTube though. I've been sad that I haven't been able to sit down and do something like this for you guys and sit in front of the camera and talk to you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna try to upload a lot this week and just get a bunch of content out. I had so many video ideas that I missed, and so I want to get those pumping out because I'm excited to do them. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you like this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything I'm wearing on my face will be listed down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!